delivered by the support divers. And it is imperative that the mix in each tank matches the depth of the decompression stop.
Okay, Gareth,
sir,
get ready.
I'm ready, sir.
At a depth of 25 meters, oxygen begins to transmute from life-giving gas to toxic danger. Divers like Nuno rely on a mixmaster to determine the correct gases for each depth. Below 25 meters, with the pressure 2.5 times the surface level, Nuno will rely on increasing percentages of helium to temper the toxicity of an overabundance of oxygen at these depths. On his wrists are gauges and computers that will alert him when to switch tanks, tell him how far he has descended, and calculate how long it will take him to slowly decompress as he returns. But Nuno Gomes does not need a computer to tell him that the margin of error at 300 meters is 0. The regulator he is using is specially designed for extreme depth, but no one has ever taken it down as far as Nuno Gomes is heading this morning. All that remains now is a kiss from girlfriend Len and a last deep gulp of fresh air, then one final focused inspection of the tanks. If this dive is to succeed, and if Nuno is to survive, every cylinder must be perfectly formulated to the exact depth at which Nuno will need it. It's 7 a.m. For the next quarter hour, Nuno will try to descend at a rate of 20 meters per minute. Then, if all goes well, he'll begin his long struggle back to the surface and the world of light and air. The support team performs their final equipment checks and valve adjustments are made at the surface. Then finally, Nuno Gomes commits himself to the historic dive. As he descends, he leaves the support divers behind one by one, reaching into a dark blue realm that one day may find new sources of food, energy, minerals and medicines. Nuno has a red bag attached to his scuba pack. He will use this to attach the brass ring at 330 meters. A small gas cylinder will inflate the bag like a balloon and raise it to the surface, proving that Nuno has accomplished the record and survived. Primitive communication signals in an extreme environment. 330 meters, a short walk on dry land, but underwater, a very different story. Nuno knows the dangers he faces. He's experienced the depths of the caves, but in open water, there are more variables. The greatest enemy of scuba divers is not hypothermia or the bends, it is panic. After 35 years of diving, Nuno has the experience to overcome fear. As he leaves the last support diver above him, he is on his own, dropping beyond 100 meters, hand over hand, breath by breath, he descends. And then, into the silent darkness, Nuno Gomes disappears. 20 minutes after Nuno descends past the last safety diver, the surface crew retrieves the red signal bag. It should be a moment of triumph for the team, but there's something wrong. The bag is here, but there is no brass disc, and no way of knowing if Nuno is still alive. Where he has gone, no one else has the equipment or the experience to follow. 7:30, 4 hours still remain before Nuno is scheduled to ascend to a decompression stop that the other divers can reach. 4 hours of agony for the South African team. All they can do is worry and wait.